Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with this channel or are watching this channel for the very first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we seek everyday solutions to everyday problems, but not everyone uses logic. For that reason, why it is called uncommon sense. I just want to let everybody know that we're currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And as always, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who has seen fit to subscribe to the channel. I want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me week after week to enter into the devices. I want to give a huge shout out to those who view my material because the reality is there are over 30 million YouTube creators out there, and the fact that you have chosen to receive my content means a great deal to me. I'm happy to say that I've gained two more subs, so I just want to say thank you very much. And I had the opportunity to spend some time with Andrew Biracial. He had an interesting stream. I think he's still going on. So if you have a chance, please check his content. Just want to let you know that it does get a little bit on the spicy side. So if you're not used to that, you might want to think about it. But he does bring, a lot of interesting views. Now, today starts season 4 of Uncommon Sense. And of course, for every season, we have a new theme. So I'm just going to reveal to you what is the theme for the season. You can see um, the theme for this season is going to be separating truth from fiction. Now, some of you might be asking why I chose this theme. Anyone that's been in social media, there is a lot of stuff that appears to be truthful, but it's not. It is simply fiction. So, for that reason, I chose the theme, which is separating truth from fiction. So that's going to be my mission statement, so to speak, for season 4. Um, I'm going to be doing some things that are different. Okay. First of all, what I'm going to try to do is on a regular basis, I'm going to try to air material that's directed to the ladies out there. My analytics show that only 9% of the ladies view my content. So, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to discuss topics uh, that ladies can relate to. One thing I'm going to ask everyone to do, regarding the ladies, that is, if you have any suggestions for me to talk about, please DM me at my Instagram account, which is cute1ny. That's cute1ny. That's the name that appears on the screen. What I do ask, though, ladies, is please bear in mind that this is more of an educational channel. We do get a little bit spicy at times, but let's try to keep it um, within the good confines and relations with the people of YouTube. Um, Now, before we get into the topic, I do have some sad news to share. This is particularly for the what's called the Trekkies. These are the people that love Star Trek and everything regarding the Star Trek. Unfortunately, I came across the news that one of the characters from the original series, Nicole Nichols, passed away. She was 89 years old when she passed away. Um, it's of course it's depressed, sad for the loved ones, but the fact of the matter is she did live a long life and she did pray. Okay, and I see we have a comment. Okay, good evening, Kfit. Uh, Thank you very much for stopping by. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link in a few minutes. It's just that there's a couple of things I need to discuss. Um, so going forward, every time that I have a stream, I'm going to invite ask the ladies to, if they wish to have me cover any topics that they want to talk about, please DM me, okay? Because we're going to try to get your point of view, because ladies, your point of view do matter. And let me just play a little video clip in honor of Miss So what I'm go- so now for now actually the role that Nicole Nichelle Nichols played was Lieutenant Aurora. Um, Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the original Star Trek series, um, it was a science fiction series that ran from 1966 to 1969, or as some of the millennials would like to say, during the days when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. So she was the first African American who played a major role in a series that was not as a maid or as a Serbian title, but as a officer on board the USS Enterprise. And we have another comment. Yes, I'm asking people please subscribe, like, and hit the bell notification to all. So therefore, when I do prepare content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or to catch it on the playback. Now back to okay. Now the fact of the matter is, as I stated before, this was the first time that an African American played a major role in a series, and what some people don't know, um, during the first season of Star Trek, unfortunately, uh, Miss Nichols came across hate mail by racists, and at some point she was going to leave the series. But one day she actually had a meeting with the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he impressed on her the fact that she's playing a important role for the African American community, and that she will be a role model. And to be perfectly honest, she was a role model for the African American community. She was a role model for women, Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a moment. Okay. Unfortunately, when we go live, there's always some technical difficulties. Okay. Um, I apologize for the delay. Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. Just give me a moment. I apologize. Okay. 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 The technical difficulties, I cannot share my screen. But let me just okay. But let me just continue. Um, in regards to Nichelle Nichols, as I stated before, she played the first major role as an African American character. Okay, and she also appeared on the Star Trek movies, Star Trek 1 through 6. So again, I apologize to the technical difficulties, but it happens sometimes. Now, before we get into the main subject, there's a few things that I would like to discuss. Okay, as I stated, I'm going to try to encourage ladies to please submit suggestions regarding what they want me to discuss. And also, one thing, when it comes to closing remarks, I'm going to ask that people please restrict it to 1 minute, because unfortunately there have been times where people had extended closing remarks for 5 to 10 minutes long. So going into this season, I'm going to ask that please keep it to 1 minute. Another thing I'm going to ask also, I can take a joke as well as everyone, but let's try to ease up on the humor regarding the Wi-Fi. It's been an issue that I've been dealing with for 6 months, and I realize the service sucks, and I've been trying to deal with it. So I would appreciate it a little less humor when it comes to the Wi-Fi. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get into the main topic. So as you saw on the thumbnail, the topic for tonight is what is middle age? Now, the question is, why am I discussing this topic? Good question. I'm going to give you a good answer. The reason why I'm getting into this topic is because of the fact that we have many definitions regarding middle age. So what I did was I actually went and I took a look at several sources. Oops. So, and to be perfectly frank, there's many definitions when it comes to the subject. Okay. First of all, I just want to acknowledge the fact that there's 4 people watching the stream, and I just want to say thank you very much. So what I just did was I dropped the link. So I'm going to ask if anyone wishes to join the panel, they can do so. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some definitions regarding middle age. Now, let's get some, okay. And I see we have 2 teachers. So before we let in, I'm just going to read the disclaimer. The views of the guests who appear on the channel are not necessarily the views of the host of the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host of the channel is prohibited. By appearing on the call, you waive your rights to the image in the channel. Some of the views which guests may hold may be considered offensive to some viewers. Those on the panel who appear to be under the influence of alcohol, drugs will be removed from the panel, forever banned from the platform. The host requests no more humor must be made regarding the internet service affecting meeting. If you do not like the content, you can block the channel. Okay, and
Hey, Jose, what's up?
good evening, to teacher. How are you doing tonight?
So far, so good. I just finished teaching my belly dance class for my students, and I saw, when I was closing out my computer, I saw your topic, and I figured let me jump on
Yes.
just for a
Now,
few minutes. I can't stay long.
Okay, I appreciate it. Now, the reason why I'm discussing it, the topic, because there's several different definitions. First of all, we know for a fact that more or less the lifespan of a male in the United States is approximately 76 years. And for a female, is 80. So if you divide that by two, one sense of logic is middle age for a male is once you reach 38 years old, and then for a female is when you once you reach 40. Now, I just want to acknowledge the fact that the 18th letter is in the chat. Good evening, sir. So, have you given any thoughts about the topic?
Middle age. Well, here's the thing. I mean, like technically, I was middle aged a long time ago. Like in 5 years I'll be 60.
Okay.
But I think that more and more it's becoming irrelevant because I mean, look, honestly, I mean, apart from the fact that I don't look my age or what they most people say I should look like, at my age, I don't really feel any different than I did when I was in my 20s or 30s. The
Uh
only
huh.
difference is that when it comes to physical activity, like exercising or doing certain things, I have to really make sure that my body is warmed up, you know? But I find that the most
Yes.
rehabilitation that I've had hasn't really come with age, but it's come with inactivity. Like I went back to school in 2015, right? And when I
Yes.
did that, I cut out a lot of my physical activity because I'd been teaching like dance classes just about every day of the week. So, like, out of the 5 days of the week, I was teaching, let's say, 7 days a week. I was teaching five, like, I would have like 2 days off in the week. And then on the weekends, I was performing in nightclubs or private parties. And when I went back to school, I drastically cut back on all of that activity. And I was working out in the gym regularly as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still working out in the gym, but I cut back severely on performances and dance classes. And then when
Okay.
COVID came around, like everything was done. So I really had a very big decline in my stamina and my body at that time. And then when everything opened up, and I started getting gigs again and I started performing, it's like I was really shocked how things that I used to be able to do, like I couldn't do them anymore. And, just a simple thing like kneeling, I couldn't do it anymore. And there's a lot, there's parts in my performances where I go down on the floor and I do different things. And I was like, holy shit, I can't do it. And I was like really freaked out. And I had to rehabilitate myself just to be able to sit on my knees. That was a big deal.
Okay.
And
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry to teach. I just want to acknowledge that the intro Boricua is in the chat. Good evening, sir. And I want to acknowledge the person's okay fit. Go ahead, true teacher. I'm sorry.
yeah, so I've been able to get myself pretty much back in gear. There's certain things that I still have to work on because I don't have the strength in my upper thighs the way I did. So, like going down into back bends, which I used to do like with no problem. Now I'm going to have to really rehabilitate myself to get back into that. And it's going to be painful, you know? But if I had been active all that time, I wouldn't have had the challenge that I'm having now. So it's not a matter of getting older necessarily, but I think especially when we do get older, we it becomes even more important that that mobility in the body. And now I'm teaching an in-person class again at the community center here in Jersey City, and I'm teaching senior citizens. And I see like the difficulty that people get just doing simple things, articulating parts of their bodies, like just a simple thing like circling your ankles. They
Hmm.
have a hard time, or just being able to balance on one foot. So
Yes.
I've been working with them, and now their balance is improving. It's like we started out just doing like 5 seconds, and they struggle with that. Now we're up to 8 seconds, and they're
Okay.
finding, they're getting comfortable. So it's really important to keep moving and keep active. So if you do that, middle age, like, it really has no relevance. It's
Yes.
it all depends on your outlook on life, and like I said, keeping active, watching your diet, making sure that you're getting proper nutrition. All of these things are really important, especially as we
Yes.
start getting older.
Okay. Before I let K Fitz speak, now according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the definition of middle age is the period of life from 45 to about 64. Now that is one definition. No, there's multiple definitions, but let's welcome K Fit. Good evening, K Fit.
Good evening. How are you? Good evening, truth teacher.
Hey, sweetie, how you doing? This is the first time I'm talking with you.
Yes, yes, it is. I love the topic. I was actually nervous to join the panel because I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not middle aged. Like, I think I am middle aged. Oh my gosh, I don't have nothing to say, but I actually now have questions. Like, am I in this category?
Well, how old are you?
I just made 40 this year.
Well, according to some people, you would be middle aged. But I mean, like, sweetie, like, when you look in the mirror, do you look like a middle aged person to you?
Absolutely not.
Do you feel like a middle aged person?
Absolutely not.
So who gives a damn?
That's right.
But
And
but But you know something, K Fit, you look very well for your age. In fact, if I didn't know you, I would swear you look like you were in your late 20s or early 30s.
oh, she's a mutant like me.
Oh. Well, I would like to let everyone know on the panel and the viewers that are watching, I do independently personal train, and I've definitely changed my diet to a pescatarian diet for the last few years, and it's doing me good so far. I haven't had no injuries or breaks of bones or any immunity or malnutrition issues, and it's definitely affording me 45 pounds weight loss and 4 inches of you know unnecessary curves I didn't want.
Mm.
So I'm happy, and I was relating so much to what you were speaking about, helping your your students and your elderly people, talking about rotating their ankles. I was literally like oiling my ankles at the time, literally like, oh my god, it's meant for me to speak because I'm touching my ankles as he's talking about ankles, and he doesn't even know who I am, and I'm in the same line of business that he's in.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like, I remember when it dawned on me that I was middle aged, like back in the late 70s. Well, everybody, I would hope everybody knows who the Golden Girls were. But can you believe I ran into
Oh,
people and I
yes.
said, the Golden Girls, they didn't know who the hell I was talking about. I was like,
Blanche, Rose,
holy shit.
Blair, what?
Dude, there's people that don't know who the hell they were. So I was
Wow.
talking about B. Arthur, like her first, she really became a name back in the 70s with her show that was it was a spin-off from All in the Family, and it was called Maud. And the premise of the show was that, she was this, her and her husband was this middle-aged couple. And I realized, holy shit, I'm the same age as Maud. I was like, holy fuck, I'm middle aged.
Oh
But
wow.
I was like, but wait a minute, I don't look like Maud or Arthur, and I don't feel like them. I don't act like them. So I think that the mental space that we have today really makes a difference, because back then I remembered, like when you got to be a certain age, it was like, oh, you had to dress a certain way. You had to wear your hair a certain way if you were a woman. It's like if you had long hair, oh no, we have to cut your hair. You have to wear it short and, like in an updo. Like you change the kind of clothes you wear. You have to wear these, like long, flowy thing like muumuus and shit like that. And I think that if you have a mentality that, oh, I'm old now, it's like you start to embody that idea.
Okay. I just want to welcome the presence of the introvert Boricua. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Golden Sphere.
Uh, good evening, Don Jose. Good evening, teacher, K-Fit, chat. How you guys doing?
So far,
Okay.
so very
Good.
good.
Very
The
Uh,
good.
topic, yes, the topic for tonight is what is middle age?
well, middle age is what I'm not yet. I did have a birthday yesterday, but I'm not middle aged
Happy
yet.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
It's like 47 summers now.
Okay. Well, according to psychology today, middle age is the range is approximately between 40 and 65. Now, there are different definitions of middle age. Now, for some people, middle age for men is 38, which is due by the average lifespan of a male, and 40 for a female due to the average lifespan of a female. However, there are several different definitions regarding, um, and I just want to acknowledge the fact that we have Hazel in the chat. Good evening, Hazel. Thank you. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Hi, Hazel.
Hey, so chica, ¿qué pasó?
So,
But what do you think the
if,
significance of being middle aged is? I mean, like, okay, you reach this age, so like, yeah, and what? So I think that the
okay,
mental space that we
um,
have today
mhm,
really makes a difference, because back then I remember, like,
okay. Uh, Teacher, are you there?
yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
Yeah, maybe you guys
Oh, okay,
heard something from me. I mean,
okay.
I hit the wrong button on something. Sorry about that.
Yeah, like I was, asking, okay, so what is the expectations that the society has of us because we quote unquote we're supposed to be middle aged now?
Mhm. Okay. Well, okay. This is how I look at it, and again, me, because
Hmm.
the different stages in life. There's when you're born, and then there's the you know the you know the toddler ages, and then you go into elementary school, then you get the teenage years, then you get the college years. It's a slow progression. So the next step, when you reach middle age, after that, you're thinking about retirement. Okay. Now I'm
Yeah.
Well,
now people can disagree with that. So I don't know how every.
well, I know I'm not thinking about retirement yet. I just made 40. Like I got a long way to go before I get to retirement, and I'm an entrepreneur on the side as well. So I'm like, I'm in a whack tier, so it's gonna be way over 60 something for me to be retiring. So that doesn't apply to me specifically.
Well,
Uh,
oh no, I don't have any plans on going into retirement. I mean, like, look, I'm starting my life all over again for the third time. But even if I wasn't, I don't know, like the thought of just, like sitting around not doing anything. I plan to be doing something until the day I drop dead. I think one of the other things that keeps you young, that keeps you active and healthy, is having something to do, like having a purpose.
Yeah.
And
That's what
mhm,
old people say, that to stay active, keep moving.
mhm.
yeah.
And I think, unfortunately, a lot of people, they look forward to retirement, and then they get there and, like, well, what do you do? And a lot of people deteriorate very quickly after
Mhm.
retirement.
Yeah. Um, Kayfabe, I can believe me, I can sympathize. I mean, those who belong to tier six, it makes tier four look wonderful. But now, according to Jumbo and Flow, um, middle age is anywhere between 45 and 60. And again, you have different definitions. So, in doing my research, I come to the conclusion that there's no one set definition of what is middle age.
I cannot go by what I was taught, but back home it's like you remain young until you're 50, and that's an old school of thought. Where I'm from, I was told that very early on when I was a kid. So that's kind of like what I have stuck with. And sometime after 50 is what is being considered middle age. I get what the definition, and what you're saying is those make sense, Jose, given the average lifespan of a human being. So what you're saying does make sense when it comes to it being the lifespan being sometime after 70, after 70 years. So that will be in the late 30s. So it's been a while since I was in the late 30s. I wish I was back in the late 30s again, or maybe I would like to be like 22, something like that again, knowing what I know now, of course. But yeah, it's just that I'm not really feeling so bad, so much as an old man. Been to medical appointments recently. Everything comes out normal. Blood work, blood pressure, everything comes out normal. So I feel okay. I feel okay. If I don't feel so good, it's because of personal stuff that I'm dealing with, that you guys already know about. But physically, I'm okay. I'm okay. I mean, there was another appointment that I went to recently, and the medical staff were telling me that when it comes to most of my results, it's like I'm a teenager. So I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, and
Well,
in the meantime, dye the gray hairs and lie to yourself. It works for me.
Oh no, yeah. When it comes to the gray hairs, I'm having to cut my hair more regularly because I'm not very good at dyeing hair, I should say.
Well, I don't have any gray hair in on my head. It's just my beard and mustache. So
Uh-huh.
that's easy to control, and I dye that, and
Yeah.
I lie.
well,
You
well,
lie you lie about your age and you get away with it, right?
Yes.
well.
Okay.
I'm going to be 60 in 2 months.
Yes.
So that is a major milestone, and I will
Yeah.
have the blessing of spending my 60th birthday with some members of our union family when we go to delegate training. And KFIT, I hope you will allow me the honor of a pencil too.
Well, I'll definitely be there to see you celebrating your birthday. I hope it's virtually, not in person, because there'll be way too many people for in person. But
Uh,
look forward to that celebration.
well, it's going to be live.
Oh, I'm definitely there.
Yes. And in fact, one person has a mission to try to get me drunk.
Well,
Oh,
hopefully,
that would be nice.
hopefully you guys do get together because because this whole thing with the monkeypox, they might put restrictions on people being able to meet again. They might go back to that mess.
Oh
Oh
my
God, I
God,
hope
I
not.
saw a monkeypox line so long it looked at like the old school COVID line when the vaccines was just coming out. Just to get the monkeypox vaccine in my neighborhood.
They have a
Sure.
monkeypox vaccine now.
Already,
Well, they got something
really.
they giving out, a shot or something. I don't know if it's a vaccine, but there's a shot they giving out in New York City for the monkeypox.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
Say they
I
have cases here too.
What's going on?
well,
18 letter.
our friend, yes, join the panel, Rakim. I think our friend Denise had some articles on her Instagram account regarding monkeypox. Now, believe it or not, in the state of New York, the governor has declared a state of emergency. Now, the crazy part is no one has died from monkeypox, and worldwide there's been less than 30,000 cases, which is like, what's going to happen to us when people actually die from monkeypox? What the governor is going to do? Declare martial law?
Do people actually die from monkeypox?
For the most part, my
That
understanding is that it goes away on its own. People actually dying from that is not a common thing.
But
It
not
has
that
to be
people.
thing looks
extremely
crazy. Have
severe.
you seen people with those bumps? Those bumps are OD crazy. They're huge.
Yeah. Some of the more severe cases look really oddly, but that's something that is supposed to recover. People are supposed to recover, and that's supposed to go away on its own. I mean, it shouldn't be life threatening.
I saw a girl on Instagram share her story. Wow, she was very brave because I know that post went viral.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, but I mean, nothing is being said down here. They're not talking about that, so hopefully it stays that way. I mean, I haven't been told anything at my job. Nothing is being said. I will have to check any press releases on the state level. Anything from the government, the local government. Nothing is being said about that so far here. So let's hope it stays that way. But I feel for you guys because I'm sure that they're gonna be immediately trying to put you on some kind of regulation or some kind of curfew or mandated or mandated vaccine shot, whatever they want to get into your system. Hmm.
Oh yeah.
I ain't doing that shit. Fuck it. If I get it, I get it. I'll just like
Hmm.
slather myself in fucking aloe vera and shit.
What's going to be next? We're going to have bear pox. We're going to have horse pox. We're going to have donkey pox. I mean, this is getting to be ridiculous now. I mean, it's
Hmm.
bad enough they're talking about no, a second booster shot for the job. Now they're talking about this vaccine for this monkeypox. I
I ain't
mean,
doing that shit.
when does it stop?
I
Okay,
don't know.
looks like we just lost K Fit. Maybe
Oh boy, they got her. They got her. The monkeypox people. They got her.
well, actually, do you know how many people had died from monkeypox so far?
I haven't heard of
Five in
anybody dying.
five,
5
okay,
people?
five in Spain, two in Brazil,
Hmm.
one in India, and I think one in Peru.
Yeah,
Well,
well, hopefully those people. Unfortunately, it's unfortunately that they pass away, but hopefully it's because maybe their immune system may have been weak and it took over because that's not supposed to be
okay.
killing people all over like that.
Well, I mean, like
Mm,
people who were immunocompromised,
Right.
like shit before all this craziness, a certain amount of people used to die from the flu. If
Yeah.
their immune system was compromised.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
So
I've had influenza. I had it when I was back home, back in Puerto Rico. I had it, and it was bad, but I took it in, and it ran its course, and I'm here, and maybe that may have helped me with the whole COVID thing because many people at my job got it, but all of
Yeah.
them did recover, and I haven't gotten it.
Thank God I haven't
Uh,
had flu since like the early 90s.
Yeah.
The
okay.
last time I think I had, well, no, actually the late 80s, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah, when
Okay.
I had influenza was in the mid 2000s, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
Well, you can find it.
Okay. Excuse me. I just want to acknowledge the fact that Reese from Philly is in the chat. Good evening, sir. And K Fit, welcome back. I look like the people who trying to affect people from monkeypox are trying to keep you from staying on the panel.
I was actually looking at my phone because I took a picture of the monkeypox line today, and I couldn't figure out the right post to post, so I didn't post anything. I wanted to share it, but I can't do it on my phone, so I think that's what happened. I was trying to press too many buttons, and it was like, no, you sit right down and stop touching stuff.
Yeah. So, anybody, if anybody else, if they want to join the panel, by all means, the link is there. Anyone who wants to express an opinion, to put in the chat.
Well,
Um,
I want to ask
so
K-Fit a question. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, go ahead. Ask your question, teacher.
Okay, so K-Fit, did you notice any physical changes as you got older?
Yes. The physical changes I did notice that, I can feel ailments now versus, you know, being young and athletic and tomboyish, hopping fences, running track and being so physical. I started to feel some of like, the pains that I never felt before. So that was a sign like, okay, girl, now take this fitness journey serious because you can't be doing that. So at a point, yes, I started feeling ailments and pains and oohs and ahs I'd never felt before.
Hmm.
And for me,
Like,
it was like I was very active. Like I even had a kid at an early age, and I was literally a teen mom, still like playing double dutch in high school, like active, active, active. Like lost my baby fat weight under a year, was in my same jeans, like great DNA.
hmm. Like with me, it started creeping up on me. But what I realized, like I fucked myself up dancing, you know, cause I would just not when I was doing my dance classes, but when I was doing performances, cause I would just like run in off the street and it's showtime, without warming up or anything. I just jump into it cold. And then I started getting like pulling muscles and sprains and stuff like that, and I didn't know why. And then it dawned on me one day, you're freaking older, and what's happening is that you can't run in off the street and just jump into things like you used to do. And I started getting injuries like in the gym too. And I would never warm up when I went in the gym. I'd just jump in and start exercising cold. And so I realized that, look, you can do all that stuff you used to do, but now you have to warm your body up. Whereas when I was younger, it's like you're young, it's like a rubber band, it just snaps back. Like you get to a certain age, it don't snap back like it used to, and it takes longer to recover. So that's the major thing, that I noticed. But I see people though that they're much older than me and they're doing all kinds of shit. They're doing gymnastics and yoga and they're running marathons. So, like once again, I think it's a matter of conditioning your body, you know?
yeah.
Absolutely. I see moms over 40 all the time in the gym, 5, 6, 7 months pregnant, deadlifting, squatting, running on the treadmill. Like, even young moms, 20s and 30s, like working out the full pregnancy, like as if it's a real workout. Like, the belly's not there, like giving it their all. So it's like, I didn't see that in my generation, you know, but like
Hmm.
there are people now who are like, okay, I know I have to stay on top of this fitness. Even if I'm pregnant, I don't got time to slow down or skip this or skip that, because we know what that pain feels like when you're dormant for too long.
Oh
That
yeah.
body ache, muscle pain that first week, oh, it's a killer.
Hmm.
And you
Yeah.
can't afford to get back to that. So I respect these women who are, over 30 in the gym, 6, 7, 8 months pregnant, deadlifting, squatting on the treadmill, like giving it their all, because you didn't see that 20, 30 years ago.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
Okay.
That was another
I
thing.
just
People didn't exercise.
Yeah. Excuse me. Reese said that the kid is being vegan, and he 52 years old, and he play ball every day. Also does yoga.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get into doing something, for flexibility, either yoga or Pilates or something,
Yeah.
because that was the major thing that I noticed, like, coming down out of like the COVID lockdown and shit. Oh my God, like my dude, I think I experienced more physical decline in that 1 year than I have in the past 20.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm.
Yeah.
And just from I had to build myself back up. I had so many injuries all over my body, and I had to rehabilitate myself.
Okay. Excuse me. I need to stop this for a commercial break. I just want to let everybody know that KFit has her own YouTube channel. It's called Wine and FaceTime, and she goes live every Saturday at 8 o'clock. And she also does videos on social media. I think 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you have not done so, please show us some love, subscribe, and watch her content. Also, the Intro to Boricua has his own YouTube channel. So therefore, show some love. If you have not done so, please subscribe, like, and watch his material. And of course, to teacher, of course, he has his own channel as well. So
Mm.
I
Well,
I
you guys,
apologize for I apologize for the commercial.
okay. Well, you guys got to put your channels down in the chat. Well, not in the chat now, but like in the comments later, so
Of course.
we can go back and find it. I can listen to you guys while I'm working out in the gym.
Nice.
Yeah.
Definitely will do that. Thank you for the shout out, Jose.
Well, I'm happy to report now I gained two new subs, so I have now 121.
Cool. You're gaining.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
baby steps. It's like a long marathon. It's like you want to do it organically. That's what I want, but I have to do more. I have to do more because I did from Friday. I have gained like 5 or 6 subscribers from Friday to today, so that's not too bad. But I have to do more. So I'm already most likely scheduling something for tomorrow because I do have a subject that I wanna talk about. So yeah, hopefully I keep gaining. I keep gaining on subscribers. Mhm.
Yeah.
Very good. Well,
Yeah,
guys, I'm gonna
absolutely.
jump out,
Okay. Well, thank you.
but
Thanks for stopping by, to teacher. Be safe.
you're welcome. Everybody, be good. All you old
See you.
geezers, take it easy. I'm just kidding.
You too,
Have a good
teacher.
one.
It's good to
Watch
hear you.
it.
All right.
I see you've been chatting with Denise.
Uh,
Hey, my friend Lily turned 60 like on Tuesday.
God bless her.
So yeah, we celebrated her birthday yesterday. But
Mm.
she's a mutant too. She doesn't look, she's one of those, if you didn't tell anyone she was 60, you wouldn't know.
right, right.
Oh,
Yeah, good,
okay.
good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, you all have a
Yeah.
great night and have a wonderful stream, and I'll catch you all in the future.
Sure
All right.
thing.
You
Take
Take it
care.
too.
easy out there.
Bye bye.
All righty. Peace out.
Okay. Peace out. Um,
He was
K-Fit.
nice.
Yes. Yes. K-Fit. During this season, what I'm going to be trying to do is I'm going to try to have content that's geared to the ladies. Unfortunately, only 9% of the people who view my content are female. So what I'm going to be doing is every week, I'm going to ask the ladies who watch my content if they have any topics that they want me to discuss. To please send me a DM at cute1ny. Just be mindful. Let's try to keep it educational. Let's not get too raunchy, and then we'll discuss it because ladies' points of view do matter.
All right, okay. Well, I have a whole bunch of ideas about that.
Well, you know where the hit me.
I got you.
Okay, so but today the heat was horrible. I mean, it was in the low 90s. It was like, I mean, I
Lower
can barely
90s. That's nice. That's nice.
nice,
That's very chill. That's very chill weather.
nice. I can barely breathe.
No. It's very chill weather. It's nice. It's nice with a breeze, and you can sit out and chill and have a drink. Yeah. I mean, here
Um,
it's a little bit better because it was only 103 degrees, so it's a little bit better. It's not like it was a couple of weeks back.
okay. Actually, one day when we went to the barbecue for the Shirley Gray Family Day, I actually passed out because of the heat.
Really?
Yes,
No,
Wow.
no, he's
yes.
messing with you. No,
No,
it wasn't that.
I'm serious. I'm serious. No. Kate, if you don't believe me, why don't you ask Anthony Wells, our union president?
That's
Mm.
crazy, Jose.
Yes. Okay. Let's you see. Heat kills, but cold heals.
Yes, cold kills. But for me, yes, for me it is very damaging. It can be very it can be very deadly. For me, yes.
I mean, look.
Oh yes.
I mean, for me, when I'm in cold, I'm like a pig in slop.
Well, I don't want to be I don't want to be picking love. Let me deal with the heat. With the it's a little bit. It's a little bit. Just a little bit hot. It's a bit hot, but it's gonna come down. It's already coming down a little bit. It's already August, so gradually it's gonna come down to a nice comfortable mid 90s degrees.
Ugh, that's gross. That's
So
disgusting.
it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna be all right.
It
I
was
mean,
humid today. Like I was
I
in a
mean, what?
live video and it was sweat everywhere. I'm like, ew.
We are
That's
under
not
I
a
so
had
heat
to
bad.
end the
advisory
video and
here
run
in New
back to the
York.
office.
Ramon, we're under a heat advisory in New York until tomorrow, or was it Thursday?
Really,
Yeah, I
I
think
wouldn't.
Thursday,
Yes.
Friday they said.
I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to understand why.
I mean, come on, 90 degrees. Let me tell you something. Once it gets past 80, I mean, it's near fatal weather.
No, it's not.
Yes, of course. I'll be looking forward to the days when the temperature will be a nice summer like 63 degrees.
These are
Mhm.
the days that there's no AC on the train, or the bus doesn't have AC, or there's an accident or something crazy. Like, oh my God, on a 90-degree day, this would happen.
90 degrees,
Oh,
but
oh
90 degrees isn't hot.
no, it's deadly. It's
It's
deadly.
the humidity with it. It's like 90 degrees with the humidity.
I wouldn't
Kfit,
know anything about it.
Have you ever been to the Union Square station on the IRT in the summertime?
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Yeah,
Really?
It's a bad
you were
idea.
fried there. You were fried
Yeah.
there.
You will commit murder in that station. You're so hot and you could just kill anybody who step on your toe, your shoulder, like your armpits are wet, your drawers are wet, your scalp is wet, like every you want to definitely avoid that station.
Okay,
Yes.
I see.
Okay. It makes me long for the days when winter comes and it's a nice spring like 25 degrees.
No, 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 no. Stop, guys. Let it be nice and warm. So
No,
stop jinxing it.
look, nice and warm is when it's in the 60s. That's nice and warm.
No, no, ew. No, that's already too cold. I'm already needing um
Shorts.
coats. No, coats, thick jackets. At least having a windbreaker, and underneath having two shirts, so I don't get cold. I don't get bronchitis. No, 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 no. I have to.
Oh, come on. You don't get bronchitis at 65 degrees. Come on. It's summertime. It's beach weather. You can go into the water and swim.
No, you can do that. I'll get hypothermia. We'll
Yeah, I
talk
don't
about
like
it.
this weather. This weather, you don't want anyone. I don't want anyone close to me. Don't be on my back. Don't be in front of me. Don't be in my face talking. Just get away. Move.
Ah!
Send me a text message. I don't want to hug. I don't want to kiss on the cheek. Nothing. Leave, please. I'm cranky. I'm annoyed. I don't like it.
Okay. Oh, that's too bad because well, of course, with somebody that I feel that I know that there is that trust with. I like to hug and kiss. But it's a nice lady, so that's too bad that you say
Well,
that.
Under the
I mean,
AC only.
yeah.
Under the AC.
I mean, think.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, think about it, Ramon. Imagine Valentine's Day. You go outside with your lady, and it's 10 degrees outside, and you snuggle up.
Ew, no, no. I wouldn't be feeling my nose. I wouldn't be feeling my. No, 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 no. I couldn't do it because I couldn't feel my nose at 10 degrees. My hands would start to hurt from the
No,
cold.
no. You know what? You won't feel it because you're gonna be with the lady that which one you love. So you would brave 20 below for her.
I don't know about that. I don't know about all. I really don't know about all of that.
They have this
Uh,
show called Naked and Afraid XL, and they have a season where these people are like in the woods, in the wilderness, with like no survival tools, and they have to survive for like 30 days, 60 days. They have this new season where they put them in cold, frozen places, and they all
Uh,
they get is like a coat, and that's it. It's the craziest thing people do for bragging points. In the
oh,
freezing
oh,
cold,
what?
Jose, could you do that? Like be in the
Oh,
freezing cold like
I
that?
can. I can do that. It's no problem.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. You're
I've
welcome
seen many
to it.
women tap out. They said they couldn't do it. They tapped out day 2, day 3. They tapped out.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, believe me, when it's a nice cold day, I am happy. I have a grin from ear to ear. I'm singing. I have a little pep in my step. I'm happy.
Hmm. All right then.
Not me. I'm shivering in a corner somewhere. Like, where's the heat when it's cold?
Yes.
Well, would you believe it? Just because the air conditioner is working so on our floor, that people are complaining that it's cold.
What do you mean working so? What kind of?
Your
Wait,
neighbors, you
hold on,
mean?
hold on. Your neighbors are saying that it's too cold.
Yeah, but I mean, some weak people is thinking saying that it's too cold, and I'm saying when they gonna turn on the AC?
No, no, Jose, I can't do it. Can't do it. So,
Oh
uh,
hell no.
talking about the whole thing with the middle age. Um, yeah, it's kind of like what teacher was saying. Uh, keep it active because I have heard old folks that say the same thing. I mean, people that have gone on to live past 100 years, and that's what they say, to keep it active. to keep doing things, to have something to look forward to, having some kind of an activity.
Mhm.
That's a good thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That will be recommended. Yes.
Well, when I do retire, I plan to live a very active retired life. First of all, I'm going to be joining there's a union for retirees, so I plan to be active. And then one of the things I'm thinking about doing is studying to become a deacon.
Right.
So therefore, I can be active and and another thing is spend time to visit elderly patients in the hospital because you know um, because sometimes you have people who've been in the hospital for a long time and they don't get any visitors, and that could be the loneliest thing in the world when you're an elderly person or a sick person and no one comes to visit you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
That's true.
interesting that you say that, Jose. I've been looking into jobs in like the hospice environment and things of that, like assisted living facilities as well right now.
Mhm. Well, let me tell you something. When it comes to a hospice, it could be a depressing situation because you're dealing with people that they're gonna be that they're gonna die. Unfortunately, my mom, before she passed away, she was under hospice care for for a couple of weeks after she had her massive stroke. So she was in a vegetated state. So but at least she spent the last days of her pilgrimage surrounded by her children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nice. I was even looking at the chief medical examiner. They have a chief medical examiner office opening up in the Bronx. Although I want to be close to home, I'm like, that sounds like that would be interesting. Like, I know there'll be no bodies up there, anything like that, but working in the administrative portion of the chief medical examiner's office, that sounds dope because I have a healthcare management bachelor's degree and I
Mm.
have my MBA, and I really want to use it before I start forgetting everything I learned.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, if you have the opportunity, put that education to good use. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, you know,
Absolutely.
Um.
the job market is hard now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
K-Fit, at your location, had you had your delegate elections already?
Oh gosh, no, we're so behind. Keisha gave me the documents like I won't lie weeks ago, and it's just too much going on at the Bronx. Like I need a whole squad team up there to help me.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we're having our elections finally this Thursday. It's just that we were holding off because the staff from Waverly Job Center were supposed to move to our location. It's just that we couldn't wait. We had to get the ball going. Of course, I'm running for re-election, so.
Right, right. I do have people that I talked to about it that I asked them, to be someone at the ballot, if you help us out. But I haven't officially really done anything, but it's just so much drama
Well, drama as far as management, or drama regarding the other delegates, or drama with the members.
with management. It's just so much.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
like
you know
I
what?
be
Yeah,
wanting to like pop a pill up in there, like I mean a pill that's illegal, like a pill. Like they be stressing me out, yo. You never know.
Mm.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. When your employer is the Bronx DA's office, that could be, that's not your typical municipal agency. So yeah, I can just imagine.
And like these employees, they have so many concerns and questions. It's only two delegates in there, no alternates. It's like 300 to 450 of them against us two. And they give out all this money now, and everybody got questions about how come Joe got more than Jack and Jane got this, and I've been here for this amount of times, and this ain't right, and the union don't do this. And I'm like, listen, I ain't even get no money. I'm not complaining. Like, don't worry, y'all gonna get your money. When they throw money up in the air, everybody wanna ask questions. People don't want to speak up when they really need help. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what? I hear you, but you know something. That's why, whenever you can, reach out to your organizer, for some guidance. Unfortunately, at my location, a lot of the delegates tend to be very passive, and they love to have me to do everything. Like I'm still supposed to be the savior at my location. It's like I'm just one delegate out of 27.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I feel like at my location, everybody comes to me, and I guess I'm the person who I guess I smile a lot, or they think I'm gonna really just put on my cape or whatever. And for the most part, I definitely try to. But it's like, yo, there's other people. Like y'all can try to work this out before y'all call me. Like, have y'all followed up with management directly? Have y'all emailed management or your supervisors directly? Have y'all made an initiative? Like they want you to do all the legwork sometimes it feels.
Yeah. Um, Ramon, what we're talking about is what's called delegate politics.
Ah, it sounds more like bureaucracy, like some kind of you're dealing with a bureaucracy, and people that don't want to do their jobs, and they're kind of like playing hot potato with what their duties are. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Okay.
There's a lot of that mixed in there too sometimes for sure.
Okay,
Mm.
gotcha. Oh man, delegate politics. It makes me no, but it's just that it's sounding. It sounds like one when we were in school that we had to do group projects and people didn't want to do their work, but they wanted the credit. That's kind of what it sounded like. What you're dealing with,
Yeah, like your name don't go on this picture if you ain't do the whole project. Sorry, your name getting scratched off the picture. You was not there from day 1 to day 30.
right? Right.
Yeah.
And my organizer, she's gonna be on vacation soon, so I can't even bother her. But I'm definitely reaching out to those resources I got at the main office that know me, that I got their direct phone numbers. Like, hi, hey,
Well,
you busy? Can we talk?
well, I'm sure they're gonna have another organizer to cover your location while your organizer's away. I think I know who she is, who is your organizer.
Yeah, you
Um,
do.
yeah, she's very good.
Hmm. She be
Okay.
telling me, she be like, girl, you need a vacation. You gonna let them members drive you crazy. She be like, listen, after 5 o'clock, you better not be answering your phone. If you got a day off, you better not respond to no email. She be like, I know you care, but you have a life. You have Megan, you have a family at home. She be like, you are not a union rep when you get home. I'll be like, but no, I wanna help, so I'm gonna have this stuff added on for the rest of the week because I got a whole bunch of people to deal with. She be like, no, you better not. I'm like, all right. So finally, I don't do that. I shut my life down after 5 o'clock. Emails, phone calls, texts. If you my friend on social media, I'm not even. No. So I got better with that.
But believe me, after 4:30, when I mean, look, if it's not an emergency, like you're dying or something, it can wait until the next day. And if I'm on vacation, leave leave the bleep alone.
Mm,
See, I be worried about those terminations. When it's like the end of shift and somebody about to get fired because you just know how it goes. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot. No, not now.
Well, fortunately, well, I work in a mayor agency, so it's not all that crazy yet. But still, I mean, I deal with okay. See, I have patience when it comes to the members because people act the way they do, and I even have patience when it comes to management. Where I don't have so much patience when it deals with the other delegates who have an ego the size of Texas and thinking they're the most important people in the world and everyone needs to kiss their behind. It's like, no, no, you're a delegate, I'm a delegate. Okay, so it's like, nah, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I think people think that I have perks as a delegate, like, oh, because you work for the union, you get to do something. But I'm like, first off, I don't get no perks working for the union here at the office. I get written up like everybody else. I gotta be on time like everybody else. I gotta punch in like everybody else. Like, it's no perks. It ain't like they like, yo, y'all better treat her nice, or we gonna come beat y'all ass. Ain't like that. Y'all better stop getting those thoughts out your mind. Like,
Okay,
I
okay,
know
okay, okay,
consequences.
okay. First of all, let's make this perfectly clear. I've been a delegate for one formula for about 15 years. Okay. Now the only, if you want to call it a perk, okay, we get whenever we have an delegate assembly meeting, we get a small stipend check. Big deal. I mean, we do this because we want to, we care about our membership. As far as perks, I mean, come on. I mean, look, the only perks we get is, as far as like being active with the local. No, but you get to go on trips and whatever. First of all, we're going there to represent the local. We're not going there to have a good time. To spend our time, doing nothing. We're there to represent our local. When I went to Philly last month, I wasn't there to hang out for a week. I was there as an invited guest of our local to represent our local.
Okay.
Right, exactly. But I don't want to talk all about this union sucker. Ramon is like, wah, 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 wah.
No, no.
Yeah.
I would say that it's just that I'm not. That's not the kind of work that I do. But yeah. I can understand. I can understand the part of the work, certain workplace politics, and how they can be. There can be people that don't pull their own weight when it comes to it, and they expect you to do it for them. That I do understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this Thursday, I'm gonna have an interesting topic, which is who's more logical, males or females?
You mean men or women?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I think I'm gonna have to miss that one. I think I'm gonna be in my feelings if I'm in that one.
Uh, oh no, but that's the thing. That's the thing. That's part of the point. That's part of the point because who can keep their emotions in check more so they can be logical? You can One cannot be emotional and logical at the same time. That's a bit of an oxymoron. Who can control the emotions better? That's usually expected for the men to
Mm-hmm.
be able to be in control of that. That's kind of like part of the whole point. That's part of the whole subject.
I can
Because
see me
Yeah.
now, rolling my eyes, sucking my teeth, rolling my neck, like, oh no.
Yeah,
all the more
yeah,
reason, all the more reason that you should be on that panel. I mean, up to it. Keep it. Get yourself a little. Make it a little bit spicy.
No, but I'm gonna take it
okay,
personal.
Yeah.
okay. Radical is on the chat, and he says the following: middle age is when you ask your young people for a computer help, like send an email.
Uh, no, no,
Uh,
no. Sending an email is
uh,
not. It's not a thing.
Radical. I got news for you. You're gonna be my age someday. Let's see how you deal with when you were a 60-year-old, and see how you could do the radical Latino.
I
Hmm.
think middle age should be the point where they start offering you discounts on everything.
The
Everything. That should
the
be middle age because I do not feel like I'm middle age right now. Like I feel more lively and active now than I was in my 20s. Even more confident now than I was in my 20s.
That's good.
I got some gray hairs. I ain't gonna front. I did a YouTube video. I had a gray eyebrow hair. It stressed me out. I'm like, oh my god. But it got like 745 views on YouTube. It's like, all right, whatever. Gray hairs are sexy then, whatever.
All right.
Well,
But I don't feel
actually,
middle age though, and I'm 40 though, and I don't feel it though.
No, that's good. That's good because you keep yourself in shape. That's part of it. That's a good thing. That's something that I need to do myself because there was a time when I used to be trimmer, better fit, but in the last few years, yeah, I have put on a few pounds, and I'm not as lightweight as I used to be. But I can get it back, but there is a back issue that I will need to solve first because I'm talking about surgery. I will need surgery
oh,
for it.
oh,
So
okay.
I
that I will
have
need.
Oh,
gained 30 pounds during COVID.
You did what?
I had gained 30 pounds during COVID.
Whoa,
my God,
30
am I
pounds.
pregnant?
I didn't put on 30 pounds during COVID. I did put up over 10. Yes, but I didn't. Wow, 30 pounds.
Yeah, and I didn't even know it. It snuck up on me because we was in the house all the time. This is like when we had the curfews and before the vaccines, when we were like, you can't go outside. It's in the air. It's gonna kill you when you put your first foot out. I had
Yes.
to gain 30 pounds.
Excuse me.
Oh, man.
I gotta address Rad. He says, and I will be tech savvy. And then he says, K-Fit is the type that ask her friends, what's wrong with these young kids nowadays? Back in my
Oh.
days.
Oh,
What he said,
oh,
I didn't hear what you said, Jose.
he got you. No. It's in the chat. It's in the chat. Something that Radical said. He got you sounding like a grandma or something.
Oh no.
Radical, wait until you get to be my age. When you get to be my age, if I still alive, then we can talk. Until then, it's a theory on your part. I look great at approaching 60.
Hmm. All right.
In fact,
Oh, man.
I plan to learn how to do twerking.
No, don't do that. No, don't say it. No.
Could you imagine?
No.
First
No,
of all,
not
Jose,
working.
twerking is harder than you think. Trust me. Don't throw your hip out or
No.
something.
No.
Could you imagine me shirtless twerking?
No, I don't want to imagine. I'm not imagining.
I can't even do
I'm not
that
imagining. Hell no. I'm not imagining. I'm not imagining.
I gotta say, Greg's doing that shit. Like, oh gosh, what I'm doing this for? What I gotta prove to who?
Nah. That was in reggaeton. You do something like twerking, but it's couples, one grinding against the other. There was a time until a few years ago where I could still do that, but these days I wouldn't try. My knees are the same. My knees are what they used to be.
See, I be in group chats, and the female group chats are lit. So there's all kind of videos like that in our group chats. Like, girl, go lower, you got this.
Oh,
Yeah.
guess what Radical put down? Please don't do that to us. I was so unsubscribed so fast. You mean you wouldn't want me to see me try?
I'm trying to log onto his channel right now because I'm on my phone, so I don't see none of the chat.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, because the previous comment was K-Fit the type to ask her friends what is wrong with these young kids nowadays. Back in my days, and then the following question is, please don't do that to us. I will unsubscribe so fast. He's referring to Don Jose twerking.
Could you imagine me shirtless twerking? It would go viral.
It definitely would go viral for real.
Well, I'm gonna act like I don't know you.
And you could put on like some nice belly beads, like the waist beads. Ooh, yes, serving energy, yes.
And then Vito could put down K-Fit's the type to come home, take off a bra, and say,
"Yep,
woo,
I sure am." That is exactly me.
And say, "Woo, I had a long day."
Like, fuck this shit. I need a drink. Yep, that sure is me. At my job.
Let me tell you something. When I got home, it was so freaking hot. It was uncomfortable. I took off my clothes, put on my shorts, and I put on a t-shirt, and I cranked up the AC.
When was it hot?
Today.
It wasn't hot. 92 degrees? That's not hot. That's fresquito. Mucho fresquito.
No.
You only have to turn on a fan. One fan, and that's it.
No. That's Armageddon heat.
No.
Nah, this the heat that you want to be just butterball naked at the house. Like, I don't want nobody to be here. I want to just be free. I don't want no kids here, no neighbors, nobody come by. I want to just do what I want to do.
Okay. That's fine. No, but 92 degrees, that's fresquito. That's abaniquito, un abaniquito puesto y ya.
No.
Just a little fan. A little fan on, and that's it. You don't have to turn on the AC.
No, that's basically saying, make a reservation for me in the ER because I'll be dealing with heat exhaustion.
Nah.
Yo, my radical's coming at me. Yep, you're right. He done categorized me. Yep. I'm like, girl, let me see what happened at work today. They done
starting off the sentence.
Radical, you were like, I'm a lot of fun.
Girl, let me tell you.
Like, let me tell you who got into a fight. Girl, I saw the whole thing from the window.
That sounds like what girls will do at school.
Guess what?
I see a lot of his stuff. I can't help it.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's 141 days until the first day of winter.
Come on, man. We gotta go buy back to school clothes. I gotta buy boots and sneakers now. You reminded me we gotta get winter gear. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
The harder it gets, the more I'm thinking about winter.
The only thing about winter is that nice break. But then again, we don't really get that whole nice break. It's only the kids. We still got to be at work. We need to get some of those holidays off. They get like a nice 3-week or almost month vacation. Meanwhile, we get Christmas and New Year's and Martin Luther King Day. Like, can we pick our holidays in 1 week? Can we just throw them all in 1 week?
Well,
okay.
Well, as a welfare fund trustee, one perk that we do get is that we schedule our own meetings.
Yeah, that's true. We do get to do that.
I can't deal with meetings. I could have gotten a promotion at work, but it will require me to be at meetings a lot. I hate meetings. I fall asleep. Boring as hell.
I've been in meetings with members where they went off, and I was like, no, you didn't embarrass me like that. Like, I thought I had a good conversation. We had a good strategy plan going into the meeting. We get into the meeting. They stepping up. They slapping the table. They curl. I'm like, oh, we didn't discuss that. Shh, no. Pause. Can we have a break, please? Can we have a 5-minute recess? And we come back. Thank you. Like, girl, we did not discuss that.
K-Fit, that's nothing. I had dealt with a member that was facing disciplinary issues, and then this member had the bright idea to send a complaint to our commissioner.
Wow.
Yeah, there are people that are brilliant like that.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is you learn people, though, when you're a delegate. You learn the different personalities, characteristic traits of people. You learn the liars before you get the conversation from them. Like, it gives you some tips and tricks on how to, ask the right questions and spot out who's being, legit, who's being, fake or phony. Because you got people that file fake complaints about things that didn't happen. It's all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, and people confuse gripe as for grievances. Like, oh, this person got to take up the day after Thanksgiving off. Or why does this person get it all the time? It's like, because maybe the person has seniority.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, let me tell you something, Ramon. To be a union rep, you need to have a certain amount of patience.
I'm sure. I'm sure you do.
Now, last month, I actually attended a convention in Philly. So you can just imagine every day, okay, committee report. It's like, this is the 80,000 report of the I Don't Care committee. And we're talking about blah, 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 blah. And it's like, and then resolution number 6,855, you will read from the window.
Man.
And it's like, and then everybody but their brother gets up and say, I support this resolution for blah, 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 blah. So you could just imagine.
Hearing you say that is already putting me asleep. Oh, damn.
Now imagine 5 days of this.
Couldn't do it. Not my thing. Sorry. Couldn't do it.
Wait a minute. Now Radical is coming. I mean, you can tell Jose what's off these exact same stories.
All right.
Radical. Radical, all I got to say is you're not gonna be young forever. You're gonna get to be my age if you're so fortunate. Talk to me when you get to be your age and see how you feel. That's assuming I'm alive.
Oh, Jose, did Jose and Ramon? I got y'all butts right here where I want y'all in the spider's web. Did y'all watch that video on Netflix I told y'all about the future of?
No.
Sounds like y'all didn't. Mm. Tis. I got you. Well, no comments for me. Sorry. I had a question behind it, but y'all didn't watch it. But anyway, I'm gonna ask y'all anyway. So since we're about middle age, a lot of us think about middle age as in, it's old, it's the rap. Oh, Radical saw it. Radical, did you see the episode when they was talking about the future of death? What the future of death will be, taking our minds out and make it like a whole robotic kind of experience, like the different virtuality worlds of, or the different evolutions of what death can be, speaking to your loved one in the 3D dimension at the gravesite. I was trying to get Ramon and Raheem and Jose to watch this, but they not messing with me on it.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah. I remember us talking about that and me disagreeing with it. I kind of
yeah,
disagree with it because a hologram, some
right,
artificial intelligence recreation of a loved one,
right.
it's not good enough. That's not good enough. I
But
mean,
I wanted y'all to watch this special because I probably didn't educate y'all the best way on the program. So I wanted y'all to see it for yourself.
okay. No, but that reminds me of the whole subject of transhumanism, in which we are not necessarily gonna be in our mortal coils, but we might be in a way alive, but in another medium, technologically advanced medium media, and maybe our consciousness is gonna be downloaded into the computer of a robot, something like that. And it's kind of like, I don't know. It's gonna be like like a cyborg type of thing. Kind of like if you have seen RoboCop and the sequel, because in the sequel, the bad guy's brain and the brain stem is all put in a robot, something like that. Uh, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. Because or you watch something in Cyberpunk when they take people and something happens to them, and so some of the parts, some of the person parts get replaced with mechanical parts and things like that.
There was so many different things they talked about. It wasn't not only like, having your loved one live on forever, but for example, versus going to a grave site to look at a tombstone with your loved one's name and date of birth and the special quote of what you put on the plaque or the headstone or the mausoleum.
Yeah.
Instead of that, you can have the option of having your loved one who may have had Facebook or Instagram or YouTube give permission to take, characteristics traits, personality traits, voice traits, animation traits from their social media life, along with
Yeah.
pictures and videos to be able to engage with your loved one in a holographic way where they can ask about your future husband or your future kids that they may not have seen when they were alive. So it was that plus many other things such as creating a physical robot person. There was different things, but I thought it was interesting, and I'm disappointed that y'all didn't look at it. But I feel like I'm putting a peer pressure on y'all. But I think it's really interesting. I feel like I may not be expressing it intelligently where you guys want to look into it to want to watch it. But it's
Mhm.
really like a 30-minute, 30-minute episode. Like I feel like if you see it, you may find other views points of it. But I get it. You don't want to watch it.
No. I
Um,
didn't say that. We didn't say that. We didn't say that we
No, we
didn't want
didn't.
to
No, we
watch it.
didn't. No,
We just
we
haven't been around to it. We just haven't
yeah.
been around to it. But
Radical watched it
I
though.
did. Yeah, I did have kind of like kind of like a point of view on that I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. It's just that in my mind, it's not gonna be able to replace my parent. Like if all of a sudden there is a tomb in which I visited, and then I can talk to my mom again. something like that. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be like that. I am gonna be full well knowledge, knowing that it's just not gonna be able to.
Oh, whoa. Let me just address this. K-Fit, you're talking to
Talking to
people
people
who
who
thought the future was with that beeper.
What?
Right. If you're so brave, the link is there so you can enter, join the panel and actually talk your ish. Okay,
I
I
just saw
am.
his comment.
I mean, I am more tech savvy than that.
I just
the,
want you guys to
the,
open up your mind to it. I'm not saying that you're gonna see the episode and like, oh yeah, I want this for me, because I've seen even more things like people in different cultures. They don't bury their loved ones in caskets. Like they're like sitting at their dining room table or in their favorite outfit on a motorcycle, and this is a popular thing in different countries and cultures. And I was creeped out when I first saw it, like not knowing what I was looking at. And I'm like, okay, everyone expresses death differently, and everyone's right to express or show death how they want to. But it took me some time to realize that not every culture buries their person or, burns their person, or people actually, do it differently. And I'm like, wow, I've never seen like a dead person on a motorcycle at a funeral, but I saw that this
Um,
year.
oh, they do that. They have done that in Puerto Rico. Some some street guy that had gotten killed, and at their funeral they sit him on a motorcycle. Part of
Was
the
it the
funeral.
red outfit?
No, they will be wearing a nice outfit, Jordans, and
Yeah, I was freaked out. I was like, what is this?
oh yeah, they have done that in Puerto Rico. There was one funeral of a street guy, and part of the funeral, the guy was actually said to be standing up on a corner in the house with while the funeral was the kind of like the funeral service was going on. They were watching the body, but the guy is the guy was actually dressed up like going to a party with jewelry on and sunglasses, and he was standing on a corner, and the guy was dead. That was one funeral back in Puerto
Yes,
Rico. And there
I
was
saw
another
stuff
um,
one,
like that.
and there was another
um,
one in which the street guy was positioned to be sitting on a motorcycle, and the guy in the motorcycle was in the house, and they were doing the whole velorio, what we call the velorio, which is when they watch the body for like a couple of days or so, and the guy was there sitting on a motorcycle. Yeah. They did a
um,
couple of those crazy things back in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
guys, I just got a funny thought. I remember when I was a kid, there was a movie called Freaky Friday where the essence of the child was transferred to the parent's body, and the essence of the parent was transferred to the child's body. Could you imagine if my essence were transferred to Rad's body and his essence was transferred to my
Uh, I don't want to know.
That would be crazy. That would be freaky for sure.
Yeah, I know that
Oh boy, that would be so freaky.
I know that there is a recent remake of that one. That's with Jamie Lee Curtis. But
Yeah, and
that
Lindsay
came out
Lohan, I think, right?
that came out a few years back. Yeah, yeah, I haven't seen either one of them. I'm not a fan of. I will watch it for Jamie Lee Curtis because I don't remember her from back in the day. But yeah, I know what it's about. I know what it's about.
Yeah, I recently saw that and I was like, why would someone do that? I'm like, but you know what? I get it. Everyone's not traditional, and every culture does something different. But I'm like, wow, I never seen that in America. I'm like, where they doing this at? Like, how do you know the body not gonna fall? Like, I just have so many questions, and the way they
Hmm.
do it, it's like roped up like you're visiting a museum where you can't touch the art. It's
Yeah,
like really red carpet style. Like, wow. So I'm like,
yeah.
is it
well,
cheaper? Is that what it is? I don't know.
I don't
well,
know
I,
the details on that,
well,
but I saw. Yeah.
I've heard that's done in the Philippines.
Mm, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know
the
about that.
video I saw, it was like a Caribbean island. Like, I don't know if it was like Haiti or something. It was like a version or a Caribbean island or something where I saw the video on YouTube. Actually, I saw a few videos. It was either Netflix or YouTube. It was like maybe 7 or 8 different people, different scenes. Some people were at a bar or at a table. Some people were just sitting on their porch. It was really interesting to take in.
Yeah.
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 Well,
All right.
I appreciate the fact that there's still 5 people viewing the stream. I guess a lot of people are busy tonight, which is fine. I mean, I guess a lot of people will catch it on the playback.
Listen, Jose, I posted a short video yesterday and got like the most views in my whole little YouTube history. I did like 3,000 cartwheels in my brain in real
Wa-
life already. And I'm like,
Wonderful.
damn, how did I do that? Oh, now I gotta beat that. Like, oh my gosh, when you're trying, it doesn't work. When you're not trying, then it works. But I was
You
just
know,
really excited about it, regardless.
okay, but you know something? Sometimes it works that way. Like when I did my stream regarding the shout out to the fathers, it started kind of sad. And then like 70 minutes into it, it really got very humorous. Ramon was there, so I'm not going to go into details. But I think you came late, but it's one of the funniest moments of my channel.
Was that the one with the Wi-Fi was just tripping?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, that's what I was thinking. That was funny as
Because
hell.
that one was funny too, where you just was like laughing for like a good 10 minutes straight. I'm like, you were really a good sport because I'd have been sweating if that was me. Like, oh my God, like I should just end
I
this.
almost pee my pants because I was that shit was funny. No,
Well,
no,
actually,
no. Uh-huh.
well, actually, it had to do with certain individual that tried to that had an issue with that tried to get on the platform.
Ah, okay, okay. No, no, no. No, but
But speak,
that,
but speak.
that was funny. You were having that problem with the with your router, but I understand that you have got a replacement, so there shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Yes, but now I have added to the disclaimer. Okay, and now the disclaimer states the following: the
I
host
heard
requests that
it.
no humorous comment be made regarding the internet service affected immediately.
Oh, Don Jose, come
I
on.
heard that when I logged in, I was like, okay, if no one starts it, I get it. But I thought honestly you were relating back to that specific video because, I don't know. I didn't hear the other one in full detail, like you said. So my apologies. I wasn't trying to be salacious or spicy.
No, no, it's
No, but
okay.
you didn't do anything. It was me. And then we were just having a little laugh. I mean, okay, so we made a little fun of it because Don Jose was having a technical issue, but it was a technical issue. It's nothing against Don Jose. I mean,
I know it's just that after a while it gets to be rather
uh-huh.
repetitive at this point, here and there for the 89th gazillion time. Okay, I know my Wi-Fi sucks. You don't have to remind me.
I mean, at
Um,
least
No,
you have Wi-Fi.
but
There's
it's
people that
giving
don't
you
have Wi-Fi. There's still
trying to give you
Wi-Fi.
motivation, trying to give you motivation to get an upgrade and get a service so you have um better better streaming. It's kind of like there is this other content creator that I really like, but the problem that she keeps having is that she has kind of like a janky microphone, so it's always choppy, staticky, and cuts out her voice, and I can't hear her so well, and it sounds like she does StreamYard from her phone, and phones are not really good for StreamYarding because I hear the same thing happening with other people that they try to use StreamYard on their phones, and and it gets staticky, choppy, cuts out,
Yeah, that's
garble.
true. I'm on StreamYard on
And
my phone right now, and it's definitely different from being on my laptop. My MacBook or my HP is a total different experience.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. I mean, it's working out for you. Okay, yes, that's good. That's good. But it doesn't work out so well for everyone. For some people, it gives them trouble, and one can't hear them so well and shit.
well, I tried to share something on my on my stream earlier. Unfortunately, technical problems again, and this is with a new modem. So
Oh man. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, have that worked out. Get customer service on the situation.
yes, wow,
Yeah.
I know, but after a while, it gets to be kind of hearing the same joke again and again and again. It's like,
You know what joke? You know what joke? We don't need to be hearing again and again and again.
what?
The cold jokes. We can leave those alone because nah, I don't like it.
I mean,
You just go in on in with the cold jokes, and no, I start feeling hypothermia. You keep going in with the jokes. I start feeling hypothermia. I start feeling like I need a hot bath, even if it is 100 degrees here.
oh, come on now, it's not that bad.
Well, by the same talking, the Wi-Fi jokes are not that bad. So hey,
Yeah, but okay, there's a difference. At least with the code, at
Fair
least with the,
exchange, no robbery.
the what?
I mean,
I said fair exchange, no robbery.
Yeah,
well,
that's right.
okay, so at this point, what I think what I'm going to do is, since no one else is going to make any comments, I think what we can say is the following: when it comes with the definition of what is middle age, there is no clear cut definition. Okay, I think we can all agree with that. Now, one person might say something different, but I think it's safe to say when it comes to the concept of middle age, there's no one clear definition. Um, what do you guys think?
Well, it's just that when it comes to the whole middle age, I mentioned before what is middle age for us where I'm from. It's a little different than the definition that you expressed there earlier. It moves the age requirement for it quite sooner. I mean, it makes it sound like by 36, 36, 38 years old, that's already middle age. I disagree. I disagree. I mean, I don't feel like I'm middle age, even though I'm a few years older than that.
Okay, but remember, it's based on the concept that the average lifespan of a male is about 76, and the
Yeah.
average lifespan of a female is about 80. So that's why for some people it may be 38 and 40. And
Yeah.
again, that's just one concept. K-Fit?
I agree as well. I don't agree with that concept about middle age. Again, from my personal experience, I don't, besides really feeling, some oohs and ahs and pains as I got older. I don't know. I just feel like the whole term just means your life is ending soon and you're about to break down and be on the SSI and have a wheelchair and a crutcher and you're gonna be dependent on people. So middle age gives me that vibe that you're heading down that lane. So I'm going to disagree. I don't feel, that's what middle age should mean specifically, and there's different kind of variations of what people think of middle age. So that's my view on it.
Okay. Well, that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to start taking closing remarks. Okay. So now we're going to deal with the newest member of the Golden Sphere, whose lifelong mission is to join the Polar Bear Club
No.
and to go to Times Square to watch the ball drop in shorts. The
Ew.
intro Boricua.
No, that's not that. No, that's not happening in the middle of the winter. Being in shorts in Times Square to see the ball drop. Nah, no, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I'll freeze. I'll freeze. Something in my shorts is gonna freeze. I mean, I'm not made for that. I'm not made for that polar bear winter weather that you like so much. No, Don Jose, leave it alone. It's not gonna happen. But of course, I want to say I appreciate you letting me on your panel. And when it comes to the whole definition of middle age, I guess on this one we're gonna have to agree to disagree. That's perfectly fine. I understand why you have the definition that you have. I get it, but kind of disagree. I don't think at 38 years old is middle age. I don't agree. I don't agree. So we'll agree to disagree, to disagree, but still, it's a nice subject, good stream, and shout out to the chat and shout out to KFit for joining us. And that's it for now for me.
Well, thank you very much. And as I stated, it's just one concept of middle age.
Right.
I believe there's multiple different concepts. So that's why I'm saying there's no clear definition.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, Ramon, I'm going to put you in the background. If you can stay, stay. If not, and of course, everybody, please catch up his stream. He's going to be on tomorrow night. What time tomorrow? Your time?
My time is gonna be at around 6:30. I'm gonna make sure to send the link out. I have to gather together some info because it's gonna be like another episode on the self protection series on my older channel. So I'm gonna make sure to send the link out. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely will participate. So I'm going to put you in the backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. Okay. And now, okay, let's see if we can. Okay. And now we have K-Fit. Your final words.
Well, thank you for inviting me to the panel, always as ever. Interesting topic about middle age. Scared me half to death. I'm like, I don't want to be in that panel. I don't want them thinking I'm middle age. But it's so good. I understand, respect your point of view regarding the different versions of middle age. I definitely agree with what you mean and understand what you were saying. And I think, this is something more people need to touch base on. I think sometimes we forget how old we are, and what we should and should not be doing regarding age appropriated activities. That's important too, depending on what your lifestyle is and your homebound life looks like. But very interesting topic, and thank you so much for having me. And please follow my channel, guys, if you're not already. Thank you, Jose.
Yes, guys, if you have not done so, please subscribe to K-Fit. She does go live every Saturday night at 8 o'clock in the evening, and she also does exercise videos on social media. So if you can stay, K-Fit, I'm going to put you in the background. Otherwise, I'll catch you, sometime in the near future. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now I'm going to give you, excuse me. Okay. Now I'm going to give you my final thoughts. The whole purpose regarding this discussion on middle age is to have some sort of understanding what it is. Again, as I stated before, there are many definitions. So there is no clear-cut definition. And that was the whole point. It's how you interpret data, okay? So that being said, whether you are in your 50s or in your 40s or your 60s or what have you, you should do everything you can to take proper care of your mind and your body and your soul. So I appreciate everyone who appeared on the chat. I also appreciate everyone who appeared on the platform. So we're going to be live this Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And the topic will be, who is more logical, male or females? And I'm sure many people will have an opinion. And I do hope that the ladies will at least show up and state their case. So that being said, I thank everyone for allowing me to come into your devices. So I will close the same way that I always close. Do not let the errors of the past damage your future. And we must do everything possible to minimize our contact with the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we would be infected by their stupidity and their insanity. And that being said, just remember that the theme for this season is separating truth from fiction. Thank you very much. Take care and peace out.
Be strong.